same cause we thinking the same thing. We on the same page cause we sipping the same drink. Here's a little something to thank y'all for showing up. Aldine and the boys are about to blow it up. When the lights come on and everybody's screaming, lighters in the sky, yeah, everybody's singing every word to every song to the girl that's taking tonight. When the lights come...
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got two teams here looking to find a way to win. It's the Jets coming in at 6-3, going up against the Bills, who come in at 4-5. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, we've got an AFC East matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They come out here in the eye. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 4 yards remaining now on 2nd down.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's go!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. And a look now at how the Jets line up defensively.
Sheldon Richardson's talent is absolutely immense. And when he plays on the defensive line, it's a difficult task to block him.
2nd down following the incompletion. The gun, it's Taylor trying to lay one up deep. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Room here to run. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. An even 90 yards. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, from back where that one started, they were hoping probably for just a few yards on the ground there. Instead, they get 90-plus and into the end zone.
And as much credit as I have to give the guys on offense, I often think when I see a run of that magnitude that there has to have been a mistake made, maybe even multiple mistakes on defense, because you're expecting them to run the ball from that stage of the field. Instead, it turns into one of the longest runs that we're going to see in the NFL.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And here come the Bills. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they get 28 yards on that one. And it'll give the Bills a first down. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. Now Taylor to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
To throw is Taylor. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Their big tight end, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he'll bang that one through. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open. That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. The slot man in motion right. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Let's go!
They go play action here on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they ask their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if and now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. And the Bills getting set to go. They come out here in the eye.
Let's go!
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. And they've got it here with a first down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Look pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And now the rookie's free. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Their big tight end with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he's got it up and through. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got time. Now he's forced out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Second down following the run. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Complete to Amaro on the right side. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And that is no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll come out in the pistol. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Wide open receiver complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. One receiver left, 3 to the right. On second down, Taylor. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. On the ground with a tight end. Now the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come up in an offset eye. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And they're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Here's a sneak, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Cardale Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have broken the tie. So he's able to sneak it in, and credit to the guys up front.
Oh, without a doubt, because they have the leverage on this play. We always talk about low man wins and one-on-one battles. That's exactly what happened there. Their offensive line lower than the defensive front.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here we go. Ohio. Check 26.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Back to throw now on 1st down. And over the middle here, Amaro. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket. to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Here we go.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call or get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Now it's Taylor. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. He's going to air one out. He's got a man. Complete. A big gain there for the Bills. 32 yards.
That has to be frustrating for defenders. 3rd down, they take a shot way downfield. There is good coverage, yet they still come down with the football and pick up a big gain.
They come up in an offset eye. Taylor. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A good first down call as the screen play gets them 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end of the half.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team that had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Third and long, it's Taylor. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. It's a big play that time by the Jets. 34 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. A couple of Bills team up to bring him down there. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So the grab there by the defense, the holding penalty called. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
On 2nd down, Washington. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Now the Bills' offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And they'll run it here. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And the D looking like they may blitz. On first down, it's Taylor. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They go play action here on first down. He's going to wind up in it. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic. But usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Defense has to stand tall here, 3rd and 1. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jets have made this a 1-score game. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now out come the Bills. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
And now here's a carry heading left. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They have what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to the slant. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and fourth down coming up.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Let's go. What? 9, back round.
On play action, they'll throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
Come on, let's go. What? 9, back round. Switch. Come on, let's go. What? 9. Watch Mike.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, the spin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards on the pickup. That's good for a Jets first down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And his kick is right through. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second down, just 1 yard to go. They hand off to their big tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. And at this stage in the game, every play is magnified here as we get down to the nitty-gritty. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On second down, Taylor. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
It'll go as a gain of 12, and the Bills are going to have a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here at 2nd and 12. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Now it's Taylor. Looking deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Taylor to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
And after that completion, you can...
Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Defense showing blitz. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Black round! Black round! Ohio! Ohio! Black round! Black round!
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Now with the play clock winding down, Rex Ryan's going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And this seemingly endless drive continues.
Ohio! Ohio! Come on, let's go!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. play clock winding down, Rex Ryan's going to take a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. And he missed it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
And they will take a knee here as time will likely run out on regulation, and we'll go to overtime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And New York set to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Come on, let's go.
Now a first throw here in overtime. He's going to loft one deep left side here, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Amaro's got it, left side. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on fourth down.
Come on, let's go. What? 90.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And some courage there. Your side of the field in overtime, first drive, going for it. Wow, they got it, though.
Sometimes you have the feel that whether you turn it over on your side of the field or you punt it away to them and give them the ball, you're not going to be able to stop them anyway. They decided to gamble on themselves, and that was a big pickup.
A couple of Bills team up to bring him down there.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Finding time, and they take him down. The Bills get to him. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
It's a 4-receiver look to the right side. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Complete to Amaro on the right side. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be fourth down.
so much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
Come on, let's go! Flex round! Flex round!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Let's begin by trying to get into the mind of the head coach. He's telling us he wants to win the game right now. That's why they went for it and got it on 4th down.
Let's go! Grand 38! Ohio! Slam! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Let's go!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop the thrower. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Ohio! Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the... Now the Bills will take another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
3 down. Here we go!
On 3rd down, here's Washington. And he'll go down at the 28. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will be their 3rd and final in this overtime session. And as they talk it over, we take a break. We'll be right back. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. All right, so they're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now it'll be up to their defense to try and see this one out.
So remember now, a field goal on this next drive would get us to sudden death. Any kind of turnover or turnover on downs would end the game, as would any touchdown. So this one's still very much up in the air.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Taylor to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Come on, let's go!
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Here we go!
On 3rd down, Taylor. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And here's your ball game. Down 3 in overtime, but they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Here we go!
The Bills will go for it. It's Taylor surveying the field. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 22 yards on the pickup there. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And that is the play of the game right now. Had to have the conversion to keep this one going in OT, and they got it.
They don't get it. As you noted, it's over. Down 3, they had to have it, picked it up. Now they get ready to go again with a new set of downs.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. It's a gain of 24 that time. And it's 1st down, Buffalo. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Again, we'll see the pistol here. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I love when a play results in a game that I can actually kind of fall back on one of my favorite adages, and that is anytime there's a run over 10 yards, it means that the offensive line did its job, but you know who else did? The wide receiver. Because the first 7 yards kind of belong to the offensive line and the running back. Anything after that means the wide receivers did a great job of blocking downfield, being willing to mix it up, and give them some more space to gain additional yardage.
And to give this time to the tailback. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now Taylor. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. A great read, and it's picked off. And that's how this one ends. In dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for the Jets, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head down to San Diego for a matchup with the Chargers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.